What's up, metalheads?
We are Green Bay's Metal Elite. I'm Irvin.
I'm Zach.
I'm Ryan, and we're going to start off today with some rock news. Motley Crue is going to be heading home, sweet home. Don't know the timetable, but these are the events that are going to be leading up to this. Nikki Sixx says they will be doing one more album, which he is working on right now while the band is in Australia. Don't mess with the Zohan reference in case you guys didn't get that. Sure. And for those of you out there. They're going to be doing a soundtrack for the movie Dirt, which is going to be based upon them, and then you've got a world tour, and it is done for the Crue. It's not like Nikki Sixx wants them to come back. He used some pretty big expletives describing killing and beating a dead horse, and he just doesn't want to be that band. Dave Grohl was asked about Nirvana's music this past week, especially him and Foo Fighters, why they haven't done any covers of it. It just doesn't feel right playing Nirvana songs. That's also why I don't hear it in commercials. They just don't feel right having it in commercials. That period is over. They really just want to respect the music and leave it at that. Axl Rose, always in the negative news. He's being sued by an Australian fan after he threw his cordless mic into the crowd. It struck a fan in the face, chipping his teeth, cutting his mouth, and costing the guy $5,000 in dental work. The guy says he's not mad at GNR, he's not mad at Axl because he understands with all the pyro and everything, he just couldn't see the mic coming. But he's suing because he just wants the dental work covered, and I can't really say I blame him for that. I'd want dental coverage as well. And finally, Ian Watkins of Lost Prophets. This was a show that I was not here for, but I know Irv and Zach talked about it back in December. A lot of sexual allegations are against him. I'm going to really hold my emotions in here because he has not been proven guilty. He's denying all the sexual allegations against him, including... Irv's losing it. We might have to stop this.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
It's bad that I'm laughing, but it's just so dumb.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. A lot of the sexual allegations that are against him, these are just some of them. Oh, God. I can't talk seriously because he's laughing.
Well, one of them is extreme animal porn. So, I mean, if you know what that is, I mean...
Keep it to yourself, we don't want to know.
Animal porn is one thing, I guess, but extreme animal porn? It's just out of control.
Oh.
Yeah. And? What else is he getting charged with? Had a few beers.
Conspiracy 2. God damn it, when I laugh when I say this, I'm going to sound like a huge dick.
I mean...
Alright, sorry. Some of the other allegations, including to rape a 1-year-old girl, which is beyond horrifying, and engaging in sex...
I was almost through!
And engaging in what?
Engaging in sexual activity with a girl under 13. If these are true...
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right?
I mean,
so gross.
Going into the sports world of Jerry Sandusky was beyond disgusting. This might top that. This is beyond horrifying if this stuff does turn out to be true. Or if it's a case of mistaken identity, I don't know. But if Ian Watkins... I haven't listened to Lost Prophets music since these came out because I feel I would be a huge dipshit if I listened to that.
Dude, I haven't listened to them since I took the last train home.
Oh! That's not the only song by them that I ever listened to. And I didn't even really listen to it, I just heard it.
Yeah. Alright, and we're going to go to Zach now for metal news.
Oh. Yeah, so...
That's all I had on.
So for metal news, Judas Priest is writing some new material with Richie Faulkner, who replaced KK Dowling. KK was pretty much, you know, part of the like majority of the Judas Priest when they were writing all their awesome music. So yeah, this will be interesting to see if Richie Faulkner has any, you know, kind of weird influences. Bless you.
I'm dying over here, I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's see here. Municipal Waste is making a new beer. or their own beer, I should say, Toxic Revolution Stout Ale. It's described as a black liquid wall of death in your mouth. It's by Three Floyds Brewing Company. It has 8.5% ABV. So, I mean, it's not far better, but it's a little bit better than this Beer 30 in my opinion here. I mean, Beer 30's pretty top of the line. You got Busch Light and Coors. So, yeah, that's cool. Municipal waste. I'm surprised it, you know, the beer doesn't kill people, because if you know anything about municipal waste. Yeah. Also, Pig Destroyer is making their own beer called Permanent Funeral Ale, also by Three Floyds Brewing Company. So, yeah. If there's one thing that heavy metal doesn't have enough of that we need more of, it's alcohol and beer. Yeah, so
we got AC/DC with their beer, recent beer and wine, and then
Motorhead, Slayer,
and Marilyn Manson with his own fucking absinthe.
Yeah. What? In Flames has some shit.
Oh,
Amon Amarth. Yeah.
Words.
And finally, Iron Maiden is also making a beer. This is one I'm most excited about. There's nothing that Bruce Dickinson can't do, apparently.
He can fly a
He's
plane.
like cock of the walk, baby.
Yeah, he's just the man. It's made at Robinson's Brewery. It's going to be called the Trooper or Trooper. 4.8%. Excuse me, ABV. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Try to pick up some of that if you can. And also, with dealing with Iron Maiden, their former drummer, Clyde Burr, passed away. He had MS, passed away, well, it's going to be Wednesday, when you guys see this, so, yeah, that sucks for them, but, you know, it's life. So, I guess they haven't really determined what the exact cause of his death was, which is kind of interesting, so, yeah, I guess keep your ears open for that. Also, there was footage of Skeleton Witch, one of my favorite metal bands, playing a new song at the Vans/Pitchfork South by Southwest show. I saw the video. I unfortunately wasn't at the show, but it seemed, you know, pretty skeleton witchy. So yeah, still metal as hell. So yeah, now I guess we're gonna talk about some new music with Irv.
New music, we got a new video by Volbeat called Cape of Our Hero. Drowning Pool releasing a video for an old song, Feel Like I Do, with their new singer Jason Moreno. Anthrax releasing a cover of Cheap Trick's Big Eyes. Black Sabbath announcing a date for their 13 album, which was going to be June 11th. And Rev Theory releasing their new single, Something New, which is also something new by them.
Good song.
Right. And for local stuff or shit, Zach.
Okay, don't have a lot of huge amount of local stuff this week, but Erroneous announced they're going to be playing a show April 6th at My Wicked Way, I believe, in Racine. It's going to be the 608 Studio Fest. So yeah, check that out. I believe Guardians is also playing there. So yeah, they're another. Yeah, they opened for Born of Osiris. They're from Madison, I believe. Oh. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, Exodus, April 25th, Green Bay Distillery. Pick up your tickets in advance. Got Exodus, Macabre, Crater, Ground Zero Warhead, and Evoked. God damn it, yeah. So yeah, pick up tickets for that. And also, March 23rd, which is going to be this coming Saturday, once you see it, the video, is the Battle of the Bands at Fatheads. No Trace is playing there, the band I'm in. Crowfly, also a fucking kick-ass local band, is playing there, so we're going to be sharing the stage / competing with them.
It's a $5 cover, so
yeah.
If you want to see the guys, bring $5 and money for alcohol to get fucked up.
Yeah, and if you do get fucked up and we do well, I'll invite you to the after party where there'll be free alcohol for you.
Hey!
So, yeah, hope to see all you guys there. And remember, for local shit, all you local bands and people in the local metal scene or whatever, music scene, just send us any info you want us to put in this little section, and we will do that for you. Shows, studio updates,
please send us stuff to put in our
video. Whatever you want.
Even comment below on the YouTube videos.
Yeah, or on our Facebook. or
That
whatever.
word, yeah.
So yeah, that's it for local shit. Irv?
So for upcoming shows, and now for the question of the week, it was favorite concerts that you've been to. For me, it's number one is Rage Against the Machine in 2007 at Alpine Valley, where it was just a murder fest.
A murder fest.
I saw
Doesn't sound like fun.
I saw 3 people get carried out on one stretcher. I saw a row of seats that are bolted into the ground. Crowd surfing.
The seats for crowd surfing.
Yeah. A friend of mine said he almost got trampled to death. So that was a hell of a fucking show. And then my second favorite show is Korn in 2009 at the Rave, where they didn't play like nearly any of their new music. They played, I think their most they played one of their new songs, and then everything prior to like Untouchables. So it was, they didn't even have like the fancy backdrop that they always have. It was just
It's really intimate.
yeah. Well, it was still like it was in the ballroom, so it was still a giant fuck show.
Yeah.
But it was just a banner in the background that said Korn, and that was it. No theatrics or anything. Just
That's kinda cool.
some heavy fucking music.
Right.
Zach?
I'm gonna start with my number 3 and go up. My number 3 is gonna be this past year when I saw King, Trivium, and In Flames at the Rave. Got a guitar pick from one of my favorite guitar players, Matt Heafy, the lead singer of Trivium. So yeah, and that was just like we were front row for that, and all the bands were just real good, and everything was real tight. So that was number 3. Number 2 was Darkest Hour with Machine Head at the Rave also, and before that show actually, this was like right around the time Unto the Locust just came out, a guy grabbed me and Noah and Nate, my friends, and asked us if we would write a lyric line from their single This Is Who We Are. This Is Who We Are on our forearms, so like I had This Is Who We Are, and then Nate had the next line, Noah had the next line on the forearm, and this guy took a picture of us like this, with the the lyric across, and he said it's going to be in a music video when they come out with it, so that was pretty memorable. And
Did it ever come out?
Not yet, no.
Really?
Yeah, they did they did the Darkness Within one's the most recent, so maybe that'll be the next one that they do, if they ever do it, or maybe it's just a scam. I don't know. But yeah, so we were front row for that one too, and I got guitar pick from Phil Demo and Rob Flynn, so that was pretty awesome, because I love those guys. And my number 1 was when, it was like the first major big concert I went to was Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. I know they're not metal, okay, but yeah, love that shit, and those guys are pretty historical when it comes to music, and it was like, I saw them with Dustin, and I believe that was in 2009, maybe. It was the first day of sophomore year, or no, I don't know what the fuck that year was, but yeah. And it was great, and the final song they played was Keep On Rockin' in the Free World, and during Neil Young's solo, he just broke all of his strings when he was soloing, and that was, like, epic as hell. And so, yeah, that pretty much changed my life. Ryan?
Alright, just some of the bands that I've seen that I've enjoyed the most here in the last about year or so. Seeing Chevelle Summerfest last July. Phenomenal live show. Seeing Seether at Rock USA, a lot better than I thought they were going to be, and then seeing Korn for the first time, although I got to sit through the Path of Totality stuff, which was still cool nonetheless. Probably my favorite concert I've ever been to, Project Revolution tour in 2009. Got to see a trio in 10 years when they were a lot smaller of a band, and then getting to see Chris Cornell open up for Linkin Park. Pretty awesome to see Chris Cornell. Got to listen to him play Soundgarden stuff, Audio Slave stuff, just
That's pretty cool.
the whole set just sounded phenomenal. Then got to see Linkin Park for the second time. One of my favorite bands growing up as a kid. It was before they had really, really shitty music. So it was most of the first two albums I got to watch, which was actually pretty awesome. And then got to meet 10 years at Buffalo Wild Wings the night before. They actually drank with us.
You told me that. That's so
They
cool.
bought my buddy Kyle shots for his 21st birthday. And guess who the DD was that night?
You?
This guy.
Man,
Unfortunately,
alright.
somebody had to be responsible. So I actually gave him a shout out the next day at the show, and he was too hammered in the parking lot to actually be there. But they did do it, so 10 years. Classy guys.
Classy.
And we didn't have any birthdays this week, so I thought I'd throw in some historical events in the rock and metal world. Metallica on the 14th played their first show in 1982. And also...
That was before we were born.
That was even
How about
before I was not born.
Okay.
No.
And that
Born in
same...
86.
And in that same year, while Metallica played their first show, was very awesome. Very not awesome at all was Randy Rhoads dying in a plane crash 5 days later. So,
Damn it.
what a great guitar player that
Yeah.
man was.
I mean, he wasn't the worst I've ever heard.
He was okay.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
People
You're
were
into
saying
that.
that he was decent.
Yeah, if you're into that.
So, I guess to Randy Rhoads' life, in celebration of his life, Astrovia.
Keep it metal!
Happy St. Patrick's Day.